Alright guys, so I just want to let you know, I'm currently using my Google Pixel Fold to record this whole video. In other words, I mean, just like any other video I've posted, it's not going to be very high quality or anything like that, but I'm making this video because I love technology and I want to share that with everybody. I think it's a very awesome thing. And there's technology is fun, there's been great improvements in it, and I really like where it's going, and I hope it gets better. But yeah, I want to share my experience about the Galaxy Z Flip 5. The things I like about it and the things that I'm not a fan of. Some things that they could improve upon, and whether or not this thing is still worth buying here in 2024. So I was gifted this beautiful device uh, by my girlfriend on my birthday back in November. So I've had this for about 5 months, give or take. And my overall experience with it has been amazing. This phone is great. The battery life lasts me all day, depending upon what I'm doing. But 9 times out of 10, this thing will last me on a single charge all day. And yeah, I have a really good experience with this so far. Now, what drew me to this device was definitely the build quality, just how it looks. Now, if we take a look around and see how it's more of a boxy phone, very relatively sharp corners, but it looks very nice. This thing looks, if anything, classy, and it to me it reached out and kind of like grabbed me. It's something that looks real good. And I like the outer display as well. This is a huge improvement over what Samsung was offering before with the Galaxy Z Flip 4 with that smaller rectangular display. That display was great for notifications and maybe another thing here and there, like very small things. Whereas with this, I can actually use this to do a quick reply to one of my buddies. I can use this to even watch YouTube if one wishes to do so. It is possible with this, and I think that is very cool because the way I look at it, I'd rather have something and not need it than to want something or need something and not have it. And this is exactly what this phone provides. So, along with the with how this device looks, this device also provides usability. So one thing I just love about this device is the tripod mode, or what I like to call tripod mode. Maybe other people call it tripod mode. Anyways, I like how I can have this at just about any angle. So I could be in bed watching YouTube and I can adjust the screen how I want it. And this is very cool because I don't have to use no hands to watch a video like a YouTube video on my phone, something like this. Now, no, iPhone's great and everything. It's in its own respects, but I like this phone because it's fun to use. If anything, I can call this like a fun phone because this will not only get your work done, but in a fun way. And I think that is very cool. That's a big reason why it drew me to it. It's just it's so different and it's real nice looking. It's something that not only looks good, but it also gets what you need done. So again, very cool phone. This tripod mode is also great for, if I'm video calling my parents or my girlfriend, I have it, at any angle and I can video call them with ease. I don't have to look for a crappy case like this that does have a kickstand, but the kickstand is like, it's okay at best. This is something just to get you by, really. I don't have to do no extra shopping for a kickstand because this thing is its own tripod. And another thing that I think is really cool about this too is that it's kind of like a little laptop too. So if I'm reading something, I can read it up on this top part and scroll down here with this bottom part. So again, it's real cool. Now, is it something that most people are going to need? No, absolutely not. But is it something that makes your everyday life much easier? Absolutely. So again, cannot talk enough good things about this phone. It's very cool. Another great feature about this phone, and it's something that you should expect, at the $1,000 price point, is that phone calls coming clear, and the person on the other end can hear me well. Again, I know it's something that a lot of people don't really think about, but this being a phone, that is probably going to be one of the most important features that you have on that device, and I can say that this device definitely does have it. I also enjoy the build quality. This phone does not feel cheap in the least bit. It feels extremely solid and it feels refined. I think that's the best term I can use. This is a very good device. The inner display, even though it feels like plastic and everything, because it does have a plastic screen protector, it doesn't feel cheap at all. You know, unlike the first, I think Galaxy Z Flip, maybe even the second generation, the screens, if you were to put enough pressure on it, you know, and it didn't even require that much, you would leave an indent of your nail in here. Whereas with this device, yes, it will leave an indent, but you have to push just a little bit harder for it to happen. So I can say that they definitely did improve on the inner display, which is much needed. There's still a lot of improvements to be made on this inner display, but I like where they are at now. Another thing that a lot of people don't really think about until they already buy the device is how easy is it to find a case for this device that I am buying. And I can say with confidence that finding a case for this device is relatively easy. You know, you can go online and find an OtterBox for this device for about 50 bucks, give or take $10, maybe even cheaper than that, depending upon if it's used. So finding a case for this device isn't that hard. It's not something like the OnePlus Open, which I don't have the phone here right now, but I do have this case. You look online and it's a little bit harder to find. You go to stores and you can't find it because it's just a phone that's not well known here. And it's very unfortunate because that is a fantastic device. I absolutely love that device. But for something like this, you buy that phone, let's say, and you're looking for a case for it, and you want it now, and you can't have it now because no stores sell it. So you look online and you think, okay, well, it'll take about a week, maybe 3 or 4 days, hopefully. But you end up going online, and the only cases you can find are from like China, which is where I bought this. And so you end up waiting about 3 to even 4 weeks, and pictures only do so much. You go online and you think something looks really good, it looks like a really nice case, and you get it and it ends up being a cheap piece of crap. Now, do I think this is a cheap piece of crap? Absolutely not. This is still a decent case. I like how it has hinge protection, but my point is that finding a case for this phone is very easy, unlike some other phones. So if you're somebody who cares very much about buying a case for their product, it's again extremely easy to find one. It's very easy to find screen protector for this device as well, and even the inner screen protectors. Now I'm getting a little off topic here, not about the pros, but let me get to the cons. And one thing I don't like about this device is that after about a year, give or take, a month or two, the inner screen protector starts to come off. The crease right here. You can after about a year or so, the screen protector starts to come off, and you can actually see it. It usually starts around this crease right here, and I don't like that because even though I'm fully aware of it, and I do love technology, it's easy for me to fix or to get fixed by Samsung. The average day user, they're not going to know that, so they're going to think that, oh well, my phone's it's already breaking, and it's just going to leave a bad taste in their mouth, which is very unfortunate. I wish Samsung would do something about this, make it last just a little bit longer, and hell, maybe even give us the option to have it come with a matte screen protector from the factory, or even a privacy screen protector, because not everybody enjoys the glossy finish. I know a lot of people do, but not everybody. So that would be one cool thing that I wish that they would do. I'm also not a fan of how narrow this phone is. Now, I mean, it is great for one-handed use. It's actually really good for one-handed use. So if you're somebody who does like to use a phone one-handed, this is definitely the phone for you. But for somebody like me, I mean, it's a great phone. I really like it. But like if I'm typing and everything, it's just a little bit more, a little small for that. So I'm more likely to type errors into this phone, which is something I don't like. So I wish this phone was just a little bit more wider, because if it was, it would make typing for people like me a little bit more easier. This is kind of a small thing, but I wish the volume button was on the other side. I'm not for sure why. I like how that placement is. It's not all on one side, but on all Samsung devices, that's generally how they are. And I guess most Android devices as well. Again, I'm not too sure why I like having a volume button on the other side, but I really do, and I wish that more companies would do something like that. As much as I love the glossy finish of this phone. It looks just absolutely stunning, especially in the light. I don't like how easily it attracts fingerprints. I wish they would use something like a matte finish on the sides and the back, or at least at the very least on these sides, because again, it leaves a lot of fingerprints. And on top of that too, it tends to be a little bit more slipperier, at least to me, compared to something with the glossy rails and a glossy or a matte rails and a matte back. And the last thing I'm not a big fan of is, now, it is a great thing, and I think they did a very good job improving, but I wish they made the outer display even bigger. Something like, Motorola, where it would actually go around the camera itself, and I wish there was a less bezel on the side. Now, this really isn't bad. This is absolutely fine, but I think it would look even better if there was less bezel on the outer display and make it a little bit more usable, and it'll just give you more information to view, whatever you're looking at. But again, huge improvement over the Galaxy Z Flip 4. So all you guys are probably asking, well, then who is this phone for? Should I buy it? And I think at $800 brand new, it's definitely worth buying. Now, if you do decide to buy this phone, make sure you get the protection care. I cannot recommend that enough, because crap happens. Accidents happen, and you don't want to be out of $1,000. Not even just for this being a folding phone, but for any phone, anything that you're spending $800+ on, you're going to want to have some type of protection care. And so I'd highly recommend, whether it's Best Buy Care Plus or Samsung Care Plus or whatever, definitely go for it, because I know it's saved my bacon a couple of times. Um, but this phone is for somebody who is bored of just the slab phone, something like this. This is a great phone, and this iPhone will do what I need it to do, and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. It's nothing flashy. It's nothing like groundbreaking or anything. This is the same slab design that's the original iPhone. Nothing wrong with that. But as somebody who is enthusiastic about technology and everything, I'm constantly looking for the coolest things, not only the newest things, but the coolest things. And this thing really just sticks out. You can use it, in tripod mode. You can do a lot with this, and I think it's very cool. This thing will definitely turn heads, and it will stick out. Not only that, this device will last for a while, because this does have a very new processor, being the Snapdragon 8 Generation 2. And so if you're somebody who is just bored of their slab phones like the iPhone, or most other Android phones, this is definitely worth looking into. Either this, or even the Galaxy Z Fold, or even the Pixel Fold. Those are fantastic devices. If your budget allows it, definitely go for it. But again, definitely go for the protection plan as well, because even though these are very cool, these displays are still relatively new. In other words, they're still pretty easy to break. If you're somebody who's tough or rough on your phone or everything like that, you might even want to look away from it, just because you don't want to spend $1,000 on something like this just for it to break within a month. You know what I'm saying? But if you're somebody who's bored of the slab phones, definitely go for this. If you're somebody who just needs a newer phone, this phone might be for you. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please leave a thumbs up, and by all means, leave a comment down below. Let me know your experience if you have this phone. What are some things that you like about it? What are some things that you wish they would improve on it? And yeah, I love talking about technology. I think it's very cool. I love where we are going with it. I think even like the VR headset, that we're going, like the virtual reality that we're going towards, is just fantastic. And I really just enjoy technology. Um, yeah, if you guys have any questions or want to leave a comment, please do. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video.